Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the newest episode of Star Wars and Coffee. It's finally Wednesday, Adam, and it's finally Mandalorian time. It's horrible waiting for
Yes.
It's horrible waiting a week for new shit.
God knows how the people dealt with the fact that they've already seen this, that we're going to see the premiere. Like, it's mental. I could
Yeah,
not wait 2 weeks for
no,
a fresh episode.
neither could I. Like the
Not a
people, like all
chance.
these press people, and what have you, they got the first two episodes, mate.
Oh, man.
I, I don't even know if I'd be able to do it. Like
Hey,
genuinely, if they
holding
gave
it
me the
in.
two episodes, I think I would still. So I don't know. Just a quick touch on this subject. To be fair, would you watch them? Like as content creators, I think you have to.
Yeah, I think what they'd do is I think you'd watch it, and then as they come out, I think you'll then end up watching it again anyway, just to refresh your mind. But
Yeah,
it's one of those where, like, you've got to make like a mental note, so so when episode one comes out, you can then say what happens at episode one. Obviously, once everyone's watched
yeah,
it or
no,
once it's been
obviously,
released.
yeah. I mean,
So,
so
but
for me, it's like as a content creator, it's like. So obviously we don't get the episodes early or anything like that. We watch them as they come out. Obviously we don't get all that luxury and whatnot. But so I was having this conversation with another guy that I do another podcast with the other day, and he was saying obviously they get it, and there's a reason that obviously Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock when Mando releases for us, the podcasts are already up. The reactions are already up. Everything is already live and gone. So they've clearly got it early. Because I tell you what, recording it, editing it, cutting it down, rendering it, uploading it, and everything. You're not doing that in space. Whether you've got a full team, you're not doing that straight away. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
But I get you have to do it as a content creator, but it's really hard to wait 2 weeks for it. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
But I
it
suppose
is.
but then when you get back to that weekly, it's like, well, we get it on a
Yeah,
Tuesday, you get it on a
yeah.
Wednesday. But then you can't talk about it with anybody other than the people that are on your podcast, which is mental to me as well. Imagine going into work and Ant coming in and then going, oh, I can't wait for Mando tomorrow, and you're already like, I've already seen it. Imagine the Luke Skywalker scene from season 2 of Mando.
Oh man,
You already know what's
that would
happened,
be
and
mental. That
someone
would be
has.
mental.
I.
Insane. Insane.
but yeah,
Absolutely insane.
I just want to touch on that a little bit. A quick another one as well. As you can see, I don't know. Obviously, if you're just listening, I've got a nice little 501st podcast T-shirt that we've had made. So I wanted to get these made. I know we're not big and everything, but I was going to buy a T-shirt anyway. And there's a little website that a friend of mine runs called soulive.co.uk, and it's all a non-profit organisation. All the profits go to charities and stuff like that. So nothing comes to us. Nothing goes to the people them that make it as well. Everything, all the profits go to a charity of their choice, and a lot of it is based around like Liverpool and things like that. But at the moment, they've just donated to the Hillsborough Disaster Foundation. So everything goes there. And I was going to buy a T-shirt anyway. And I thought, what better than if I'm buying a T-shirt, I may as well get these to make it me, and then the profits go to charity rather than some company like T-Mill
Yeah,
getting
just
it
to
and
a
stuff like that.
cause.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so if you do, I'm not saying, but if you do want this, there's plenty of other stuff down there. If you're a Liverpool fan, there's plenty of Liverpool stuff in there. They've got some cool ass T-shirts, Liverpool inspired. Go and check it out. The links will be below. Honestly, such a good cause, and it'd be cool to sell some 501st podcast T-shirts. Only 20 quid as well, which is absolute banging in my opinion, and the quality is really good, and it's it honestly, go and check it out, it's really good. But that's just a quick plug. But yeah, check it down low, soulive.co.uk it's called, but the link will be in the description. So but yeah, on to let's talk the big one first.
we go.
We go
We're going
straight
with
we're going
Mando,
straight Mando, because that was,
mate. It,
I'll let you talk first. Go on, what did
so
you think?
I absolutely love this episode. To say this was an episode 2 episode, it was incredible. I'm happy we got 40 minutes. Like, I wasn't disappointed with. Well, I was, but I wasn't with last week's, with it being only 33. But I was, what we got. I was more than happy with it. Over the moon that it's more Star Wars content. It's more Mando. It's more Grogu. it's Star Wars. I was more than happy with it. This week, oh my god, they had me hook, line, and sinkered from the very get go. I absolutely loved it. Cannot fault it one bit. This one.
See, I was a fan. I think some of the writing, personally, is not great. Not that it's not great. It just seems to be a lot of
traveling.
Not traveling. No, it's just that. I don't know why, but the dialogue for me sometimes just felt a bit like bland, and it was fully explaining what we were doing all the time, like we're some kind of idiots that didn't know what were happening. I don't know. It just felt a bit. Sometimes it felt a bit off. Like the droid when he sends the droid out, and then I don't know. I don't know what it was, but there was something about the dialogue for me this week that wasn't on par. That's just a personal opinion, but I loved the episode. Everything that happened. Some bits I'm a bit like, why? Because we seem to focus on episode 1 a lot on getting a memory chip for IG-11, and then all of a sudden it goes from fucking Concordia, wherever it is, back to Tatooine just to get a memory chip, but then gets a droid to come all the way. But he was so adamant to not get a droid from Grief Karga, like fully adamant about it, and then all of a sudden he goes to Tatooine, where the droids are shit, may I add. This droid is literally falling apart, and Grief Karga states that in Navarro, the caliber of droids is really high, and he's like, no. But then he goes to Tatooine, and he's like, she smacks droid, it falls to bits, and he's like, yeah, I'll take it. It just a bit like, it makes no sense to me, that. And the fact that he was adamant that it's got to be an IG unit, and then all of a sudden he's just taking an R5. It seems like the memory chip thing from episode 1.
It's just gone out the window.
It's just gone out the window. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to use IG. We'll get onto that in a minute. We're going to use IG for something else down the line, because we've been told something.
I think there's more to it than what they're leading on. So I think there's more to why all of a sudden he's just like, yeah, okay, I'll take him. I genuinely think there's going to be more to it, and I think they're not going to explain it as of yet.
Well, there's a little something that we got told last week by certain people,
and I think that's why they've gone the route that they have with this one.
Yeah, so
he's just been like, yeah, we'll take R5.
So this is a massive spoiler, and it's a rumor, but it seems to be coming more and more from what has happened in this week's episode. It seems to be coming more and more true. So the rumors are that, and I fucking hate this so much, that Grogu is going to ride fucking IG-11 like he's some kind of mech suit, right? And then today when I saw the eye, I don't even know what that creature is that were inside that.
So I tried researching that, and I could not find anything.
I was thinking
anywhere.
It was like a mix between like the Geonosians and fucking Grievous put together.
Yeah,
it was mental. That's what it was mental.
Insane.
But when I saw the eye moving, I was like, that. And I was just like, it's coming true. Do you know what I mean? So that's probably what IG is going to be used for down the line. I don't like it. I can get on board with it though. It won't.
Yeah, it's not going to push me away from it. Again, I'm not fully like agreeing with it, but again, it's where it's one of those where the design concept sounds and may like look a little weird, but until it comes on the screen, it could actually look really good.
It could, and because today that spider thing, whatever it were, looked fucking heavy. It did.
It looked incredible.
It looked really good. I don't know if that was practical or not, because I was noticing, I can't remember what the fucking, the things that Mando and Bo-Katan fight in this episode. I can't remember what they're called. The Alamites. Yeah. I love the practical effects and the suits and what they're wearing and shit. They looked incredible, but you can tell that the suits, let's be honest. There's only so far you can go with the practical effects. Do you know what I mean? Which I'm not, but I would prefer the practical effects over the CGI. So I don't know if because the suit, the big spider thing looked crazy compared to them. Do you know what I mean? So it was like day and night kind of thing. So, but I hope they don't go back to CGI. Like, I genuinely prefer the practical effects because that's Star Wars to me, personally. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
I hope we see. I just hope they do it right. If that rumor is true, that's even if we get it. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
whether it's true, I don't know. I've just been told by people down the line. I'm not going to name any names or anything like that, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to Mandalore though. Fuck, that place looks shit now.
Well, before we jump to Mando,
Go on.
obviously, did you hear what Pelly was saying when he first came out? When he was getting out of the N1, did you hear what she said to him?
No. What?
She
I don't
said,
think.
Are you taking out Boba Fett?"
Did she?
Yeah.
No, she said
I
the
did.
Huts. She said the Huts.
No, she said, "Are you taking out Boba Fett?"
She said. I swear she said
She
something about
said,
the
yes. So
Huts.
she mentions the Huts first, and then after she goes, "Are you taking out Boba Fett?" Because that's exactly what I thought. I thought she said something completely different after the Hut part, and then I went back, put subtitles on, and it comes up saying, "Are you taking out Boba Fett?" And I was like, "What?"
I had subtitles on and I didn't pick up on that. I'll have to go back and watch it. That's interesting. That is
Yeah.
interesting.
So I was
Has
like,
Boba gone back to his old ways?
that's what I mean. Has he gone back to being part of the Hut again? I know that
Well, she says
obviously there
the
was.
Huts have not returned or something, doesn't she? So
Yeah, she brings the Huts up. Yeah, she put, "Oh, are the Huts back?" And then after that, it's, "Are you taking out Boba Fett?"
weird. I
So
didn't.
like,
Good pickup. Because I didn't notice that. Genuinely
yeah,
didn't notice that. I
absolutely
didn't.
mental.
What I
It
did notice from what she said though, when he
threw me off.
leaves, when he leaves, and she says, "May the Force be with you." So
Yeah,
I'm kind of like, right. So Jedi at the moment seem to be this myth that nobody knows of anymore. Blah 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 blah. Like if she knows what a Jedi is, why doesn't Mando know what a Jedi is?
I
Because the
mean,
whole of
she could have been.
the whole of season one is based around Mando trying to find somewhere for Grogu. Well, season two is getting him back to this. He's trying to find a Jedi and nobody knows, and he doesn't even know what a Jedi. Obviously, he says, "Oh, like if you knew if Jedi's were supposed to be this like big thing, soon as fucking
Yeah,
Grogu's picked up the fucking thing in season one, the big what's it called? The bull thing, the Mudhorn.
Mudhorn. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
You'd just be like, oh, it's a Jedi. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, straight away. Yeah,
You would
you jump
imagine that
straight
he'd
to
be
account.
taught about
I don't.
Jedi's, but she knows what Jedi are, and she even knows
Yeah.
what, like one of their quotes. She's like, "May the Force be with you." Like, how would
I don't
ah?
know.
She's a Jedi, mate.
Great assumption.
Kelly's a Jedi.
See, she's older. So the way I'm looking over that is the fact that she's obviously older, so she could have been around. Like she could have been a
But
youth
yeah,
when
so she would
Anakin
have
and that were
been.
about.
She,
Whereas he's young. Like don't get me wrong, he was young. Obviously, he was alive and he was a little kid when Death Watch and all that were about. Which again is Clone Wars era. So you're looking
yeah,
at
but
like
so this makes me like, so it's a bit all over the place. Personally, it's a bit like that nobody knew who Jedi were, and it's like they've just disappeared off of the existence of planet. But then all of a sudden, people know who Jedi are. You know, when he's trying to find Jedi, and he's like, it seems like an impossible task that nobody knows what they are. Like it were millions and millions of years ago.
yeah, and it literally came in contact with them like not so long
But the
ago.
amount of people that are still alive from the Galactic Republic
Yeah,
from before the Empire it's not like it's literally 30 years or so. It's not like hundreds and hundreds of years. It's not like a generation's disappeared. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So I
yeah,
don't know. I just found that a bit weird personally. I mean, it were a nice little
yeah,
touch for Star Wars fans. It just seems to be a
yeah.
bit all over the place at the moment. But I am sure, and I have faith that it will all come together. and there's always a meaning.
I think that's always the case. I think the first few are always a little bit all of it show because they've got they've got to pull certain aspects from different places. So it looks like it's been thrown over, but in hindsight, it's meant to be thrown over so that it all ties into that same ending. So you can go, oh, so when that happened in that episode, so that's why it makes sense. Okay, then that in that episode, oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Sort of like all hit the same point, so that it all makes sense. So yeah, like I said, it will make sense eventually.
So then let's get to it then. Obviously, like I said, Mandalore is fucked, mate. It is fucked. Mate,
it is a mess. Like the Night of 1,000 Tears really was a Night of 1,000 Tears, quite literally.
Proper.
Like, geez, that was some hot mess. That was absolute demolished.
I kind of like it though. At the same time,
you know what I did? I was fully down with it all. The only thing that I am quite upset about is that obviously you get to go and see what's it called? Sundari. Like, I'm happy we see it, but I loved it in Clone Wars, and when I saw it in Mess, I was like, oh god, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I expected it, obviously, because Night of 1,000 Tears and whatnot.
So she states Bo-Katan states as well. She's like, oh, if we weren't fighting each other, the Empire wouldn't have blah 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 destroyed her.
I don't. It's hard that
my thinking there though, and I don't know if I think about things way too logically or not, but the fact that like, if the Empire turned up and just blown your whole fucking city, your whole not even city, planet up, mate, and we're like, fuck you, fuck Mandalore, we're trying to destroy you all, and then you heard about this little thing called like a rebel alliance, yeah. I'm sure you would go, I'll go and fucking fight my Empire. Do you know what I mean? Like, so how do we explain why you've got to explain somehow why they wouldn't, because for a race of warriors, to not help the rebels fight the Empire.
I mean,
they
do a little bit, but not massively, and I think because they did for a certain amount of time, and then after that, I think something happened. I can't remember what happened, and then after that, they just disbanded.
I just don't understand why you wouldn't be like, yeah, we'll come in. Like, if you come and smash my house up, right? And then my mate went, I'm going to go and fuck Adam up. I'm like, oh yeah, he smashed my house, so I'm going to help you. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's my logic behind it. Like, you've got beef with him, I've got beef with him. 2 versus 1 is better. Do you know what I mean?
More chance of survival.
Yeah, like, it just makes more sense. But they just need to explain it a bit better down the line, I suppose. What else were we going to say? So, Grogu's a little bad-hard motherfucker. He is.
I like him in this one so
far. Like turning his little light on, fucking.
Mate, incredible.
Jump scared me twice this episode.
What?
Jump scared me twice.
Whereabouts?
So the spider thing when it grabs fucking Jin, that shit me up, and then when Grogu's fucking in his little fucking buggy machine, and he's like, womp, 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 and that fucking spiral-looking thing comes out. I think I fucking shit myself. I totally forgot it were even there, and I'm like, go on, Grogu lad, and he's like, wah, 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 wah. And then he just fucking, oh, whoa, fucking hell, I shit myself. I did. That was such a cool little scene. Like, he's teaching him how to navigate the fucking system. Picks up pretty quick and all. Great, Grogu.
That. Yeah, I like that.
His little flip from his little buggy into his fucking cockpit, mate. Bad hard motherfucker. He's like, whoa, boom. Heavy. They did. They've got Grogu to a T, mate. Like, you literally even down to the little things, like, you know, when he's trying to save Jin.
Yeah.
And he's doing like a little. Exactly. But before that, you know, when he's like sneaking up and he does that little
Oh
fucking
yeah.
trot. He does like a little chick, 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 chick. And I was just like, that's so. It looks so cute, man. Like you just
Like
can't hate on it whatsoever.
he's so like it's just like I say they've done him so damn well,
Yeah,
like so well. It's incredible, and like even down to his emotions and stuff like that. Like when Din were going into the cave to go and fetch R5, like his emotion of like being sad 'cause he's leaving him on his own.
yeah,
You could see it. Like I was like, oh my god, they've hit emotions so well with
yeah.
him,
Just,
and it's just it
yeah.
feels so damn real.
No,
Like
I agree. I agree. I,
impeccable,
I
absolutely
love
impeccable.
Grogu. So then he goes. He got obviously he goes and fetches Bo-Katan, which for someone
I
that's
love it. I love
when
it.
I love Bo-Katan and all, but for somebody that when he turns up, it's like right, let's just deal with him once and for all. So she's clearly like, let's just kill fucking Jin, like let's kill Mando, because that's what she says. Like she's like, fuck.
Yeah, let's
Essentially, she
deal with
goes,
him
for
once and
fuck's
for
sake,
all.
let's just
Yeah,
fucking deal with him once and for all.
let's get
And
him
then she's
out.
like, nah, we'll go save him.
Yeah,
See, do
but
you see
yeah,
what I mean with the
I
dialogue? It just seems a bit like all over the place. It's like we're doing one thing and then stating another. It makes no sense. Within seconds, she's gone from "I'm going to kill this motherfucker" to "Oh, I'll just fly to another fucking." Do you know what I
and save
mean?
his
And
ass.
save
Yeah,
him not once but twice. Oh, not once. So I'm
I
gonna
just
kill you. I was gonna kill you. I've rescued you. Oh yeah. Then I'll go and help you do your creed. That I hate that other creed that you're on about, man. But I'll help you redeem yourself, and then I'll rescue you again. Your tone's changed. What you had a brew? She just not had her morning coffee or something. She had a shit night's sleep. She's like, fucking didn't keep turning up at my fucking house. So it just seemed a bit off, but she is cool, mate. She is hard as fuck.
like so obviously going back to Din. Like, obviously when he was going in to get R5, I feel sorry for the guy when he pulled out the dark saber, like not knowing how to wield it, man. Like he did it well, but you can tell it still weighs so damn heavy on him. Like the way he literally grabs hold of it, and then you see it as if it's like a chuffing weight that's just
Yeah.
weighed him down.
And then Bo-Katan's just like, whoa, whoa,
Oh mate,
whoa.
that scene was dope.
Yeah, she was
Like
heavy with that
little
saber. She were.
chuffing shield him at her when she literally just went toom and then
Yeah.
fucking yabbed him straight in with dark saber.
She were heavy with that dark
Absolute
saber.
mental.
She were heavy with that dark saber. When she's slicing the fucking little spider thing up,
Honestly,
and she's just
yeah,
fucking like she does the little slide
man,
underneath it and fucking
so
yeah.
good,
She were cool
so
with the
good.
saber. But I imagine so now we'll go down the route of. I reckon she's going to teach Din how to use the saber.
Yeah, I think she will. Now, yeah. Now they're back together, and they're now like together, sort of like in the same sort of area and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think she's going to teach him, and I think they're going to come together. They're going to get the Mandalorians back together again.
I genuinely think that they're both.
They're going to go.
From what she said about the Mandalorians fighting each other, I genuinely think by the end of this season, you could see the Mandalorians united under Din.
Yeah, and I think what will happen is I think they'll then go and fight the remnants of Moff Gideon's forces.
I agree with that because they've already stated that Moff Gideon. I think Moff Gideon gets out.
Yeah.
I think that's where this season goes. Moff Gideon gets out, or they fight something. So I think Moff Gideon gets out at the end of this season. That could be the end of the season, like a post-credit cutscene or something like that, or the last episode.
Yeah.
But I think the big bad is the pirates in this one, but they team up to take the pirates out, and then next season is all about Moff Gideon.
Yeah. I think that'd be pretty sick. Yeah, I would say
something happens with them pirates. There's no need to show us them pirates and how big that ship was. And you need an army to take on that ship. Don't matter who you are, you need a lot of people. And a lot of people is a lot of Mandalorians. So you unite the two clans together under Din.
I think the pirates are going to take over Navarro.
Yeah, I would, and then they go back to save Navarro.
Yeah,
and then maybe they take Navarro as their own, and they just work out from there because they used to work. The other creed used to work from there.
Yeah.
So maybe they just use it as like some form of staging post, or because you can't live on. Can't. It seems to me like they can't live on Concordia. They can't live on Mandalore.
No.
I can't remember the other place. What's it called again? Where
Sundari.
Sundari. It seems to me like that's a bit fucked as well. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, it is.
we'll see. But I think that's where this season goes. The pirate Davy Jones, as Ant would call him, is the big bad for this season.
Yeah.
And then you get something at the end, and then Moff Gideon gets broken out of prison or something along them lines, and then next that sets it up for season 4.
Yeah.
It does. Maybe maybe he turns around and says something like, "I want Grogu," or do you know what I mean, like something along them lines.
You have something I want.
Yeah, essentially. Well, he's got two things. He wants my fucking saber back, and he wants Grogu. So that'll be cool. I'm all for that. I want to see loads of Mandos fucking fating. I do.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
So he finally goes into the bottom and he goes for a dip. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have a dip. I'm gonna redeem myself. Yeah, fucking.
Flat on his
I'm gonna be a Mandalorian again."
And goes to the rock bottom of the sea.
And then we get to see something that I never thought we would see in a fucking live action Star Wars.
Not
ever.
At all. So, not just to add the fact that we've already seen a crate dragon, which is a Legends thing anyway, which is incredible. But on top of that,
and space whales.
The Purrgil. So we got the crate dragon, we got Purrgil, and to top it all off, we got a chuffing mythosaur, for crying out loud.
Mental.
A chuffing mythosaur, like Mandalorian's damn lore. They used to ride them. Yo.
Do you think we see a scene where fucking Mando's riding a mythosaur with a fucking saber out, mate?
That is definitely going to happen. I'm telling you, some Mando is going to be riding that damn mythosaur. They're not going to just put that in for no reason to kill it off.
So I don't think it's Mando that rides it.
Someone's going to ride in it.
I think Bo-Katan riding that mythosaur, and that's what sets her up, because they seem to be going down a big route of it's all myths, it's all legends, it's all blah 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 blah. I don't think the Darksaber's as important as we're making out.
No,
I think the fact that what's going to unite the clans is Bo-Katan riding a mythosaur.
Damn mythosaur.
That's her and Mando are going to be like, look, we need to merge together, or else it's going to be the end of our race and all this. I think they rule together, personally.
I do as well.
I reckon Mando's smashing Bo-Katan by the end of this season. Mama Bo-Katan.
Grogu's going to be freaking...
Telling you, them two are ruling the fuck out of these Mandalorians. She's on a mythosaur. He's got the Darksaber.
That's going to happen.
Ruler 2? Yeah, mate. Ruler 2 fucking Mandalorians. Like, proper badass. That could happen. I didn't even think about it. Literally, I thought about that on the spot. So,
it's a possibility, though.
I'd be alright with it, to be fair.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. No, it's a sick theory. Like, do it.
And I've also got I've just thought of a reason as to why they go and get the pirates.
Go on.
So we're thinking it may set up Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
Does it not set up Ahsoka? Who's been captured by the pirates? None other than Sabine Wren.
That's shout.
They hear that she's been captured by these pirates, and she's a high part of House Wren. Isn't she like the leader of House Wren now?
Yeah. So she's quite high up.
She's important. Yeah, it would make a lot of sense as that's what a reason for a lot of Mandalorians to go and rescue her.
Yeah, because obviously.
And then you get to meet Ahsoka.
Oh, yo, dude, that theory, it could come true.
I mean, I could be completely fucking wrong and all. It could be fucking way other than that. I'm just reaching for what I want to happen. Personally, but yeah. So
I'd be fully up for it.
So this week's episode, I really enjoyed this week's episode. I hope we get more of
I
what we
agree.
got this week. So yeah, nothing wrong. I can't think of from other than the stuff that I mentioned. But again, it's still solid. Do you know what I mean? I didn't come away and go, oh, fucking hell, that was shit.
It's things though, like we said though, that will make sense later on
Yeah.
because they won't have done it for no just randomly. There's Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are not someone that we just randomly do.
Oh no, yeah, I believe in them. I believe in them 100%.
There's obviously a reason behind it, so that's why I'm more than happy with it.
100%. I believe in him. I've got no issues. So yeah, Mando was incredible. It's not 10 out of 10, but it were banger this week. Can't wait for next week's episode.
Oh yeah. Again though, we're 2 episodes in, so again we can't really be overly expecting stuff. Maybe when we're 4 or 5 episodes in, maybe. But again, we're 2 episodes in. We've still got a lot of stuff to try and cover. So again, there's always like we said, there's always time and space for them to cover all bases and stuff like that.
100%. So also today, Bad Batch.
Oh my god.
So you know my feelings on Bad Batch recently this season. Today's episode was fucking incredible.
Mate.
Fucking incredible.
Oh, my head was spinning, dude, at the end of it. I was like, seriously? We're going down this route?
Ray enjoyed it. I've not been a fan of Bad Batch as much as most people, but today one episode turned it around for me.
God, it was good.
If you do that, what you did to Crosshair today, if you flesh characters like you have done with Crosshair today, if you bring what you brought to him to other people, probably apart from Omega, because I don't think there's as much you can do with Omega that'll make me like her, but if you do that with the rest of the Bad Batch, I'm sold, because now Crosshair for me, you've just brought humility to him. You've just brought you just gave him an extra layer. He's not just a villain. He's not just there to chase the Bad Batch, because that's what he was there for, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? For the first 2 seasons, he was literally there just to chase the Bad Batch. For every episode to just be the fall guy, for the Bad Batch to, they've defeated Crosshair again. Do you know what I mean? It never seemed to be going anywhere. It just seemed to be a Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner situation, and he was forever to be Wile E. Coyote. Do you know what I mean? And today, it seemed like, right, this is where we're going with Crosshair, and we can see where we're going with him from today's episode. He's back with the Bad Batch by end of season, 100%. Or he dies saving him. One of the two. Which I think I would prefer.
I really, obviously, as you know,
Adam fucking loves Bad Batch.
I absolutely love it.
But it's Star Wars, isn't it? So
exactly. For me, it's more like Bum Batch. But yeah, this episode for me was phenomenal. It is now definitely up there, one of my favorites. So at the minute, I'm going to say that Cody never went AWOL. I'm going to say Cody went to that exact same research center that we saw at the end. And I think they used him going AWOL as an excuse. Now, also, can I just add that Imperial Lieutenant Nolan? What a fucking twat!
He's a prick, man. He's a prick.
You know what? I am fully for Sith, and I obviously like the spaceships of the rebellion and stuff like that. I'm fully down with the Sith and stuff. Anything to do with Sith. I've never felt so anti-Sith in my life after today. Anti-Sith all the way. That guy made me feel like, what have I been? What have I done? I've never felt so angered with myself of being with the Sith.
I'm not. I'm pure at heart. I am the Obi-Wan Kenobi of this podcast, may I add. I would never turn to the dark side, and I never have, and I never will. I am Republic all the way. Fuck the Sith. Even though they've got fucking cool, fast ships and shit, they're shit, and they're fucking the bad guys, and the good guys will always prosper.
like, if I had to choose between the Sith and clone troopers, obviously clone troopers all the way. No way I'm gonna choose the Sith over clone troopers. That, like, the way, like I said, with the whole Crosshair thing and making him feel like his humanity and stuff like that, like, I think what's gonna happen is now he's realized what he's been doing, what the Empire are doing, is completely utterly wrong, and the
Yeah.
fact that it basically said to him that he was just gonna leave him to die. And
Yeah,
I think
essentially.
because of that, I think that's why he basically pulled his pistol out, pulled his blast, his blaster, made his blaster, and shot him. And again, like, the fact that he realizes what he's been doing is wrong.
No, yeah,
Like,
he's finally come
completely
to
wrong.
the same conclusion that the rest of the Clone Force have had. But
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
just come
Yeah,
to that. He's just come to that conclusion later. Do you know what I mean? Which is not wrong. Which is not. There's no fault of his own or anything like that. It literally he's just come to that conclusion at the end. Now, I I don't. I think now. So we had a lot of the rest of the Clone Force seem to be honing in on this facility at the same time by chance. Not that they know it's there, do you know what I mean? But stuff seems to keep happening that it's like, oh, there's a cloning. Do you know what I mean? Like, something just, it seems to be that they're heading there at the same time. So I feel like I don't agree with the Cody's not there. I think Cody is with Rex and with
I hope he is.
Tech. Is it Tech?
Echo,
sorry. I think he is with them and they've been investigating into this stuff. So I think what happens is Cody, Echo, and Rex come to the Clone Force and say, "This is what's going off at this facility. We need to go and stop it. That's the mission." And this is the season finale, two-parter. First part of season finale, they get there, they go into this room that they need to start blowing up, because this is how Star Wars things goes. You need to go and turn this knob to then turn the pressure up to blow something up. They go in this room and they see fucking Crosshair. The mission then changes from we've got to blow it up and rescue Crosshair. That's the season. I'm telling you.
I think.
And then season 4 is all about Crosshair struggling to be part of the team again.
3.
3? We're on season 3, aren't we?
No, season 2. Season 3 of Mando.
Right, yeah. Season 3, sorry. It's all about Crosshair struggling to be part of the team. End of that season. Then the Crosshair's fully fledged part of the team, Bosch. And then I think you get one more season, then that's it, you're done.
So we've got 4 episodes left. The next episode is called Babu. Or Bapu. So I think that's either going to be I think that's going to be based around on a new planet, and essentially I think they're going to come in contact with Crosshair again.
I don't think they do.
And then I think that the third from last episode is called Tipping Point. So I think that's going to be Crosshair's tipping point of joining back with a batch. And then the last 2 is called The Summit and Plan 99. Now, do you want to know what Order 99 is, may I add?
Go on.
So supposedly, Order 99 is basically a command that's, obviously like Order 66 and stuff like that. It's the reverse of what Order 66 is.
What, to revive the Jedi?
So not to revive the Jedi, but basically to stop the killing and stuff like that, and basically it just stops the clone troopers from where they are, and that's it.
So they'll execute Plan 99, and then all clone troopers will be like, "What the fuck's happened? What's yeah," and then all clone troopers are free.
There's that, and then also on top, I think that once that's ended, then I think then season 3 is going to be the clones versus stormtroopers. Because there was a novel in Legends where it was like so many clones against the the rest of the clones against the stormtroopers.
So the Plan
Obviously-
99 thing, that's all that. So instead of blowing something up, that's the reason they go to this thing. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I mean, you can so you heard it here before first. So that's Adam's theory. That's my theory. We'll see whose theory was the closest in the season finale, and whoever wins has to buy the other person a monster. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah.
Deal.
Out.
Monster of your choice as well. So if it's a fucking expense, so even if it's a imported £5 one, yeah.
Oh, go for it.
Right,
Go
that's
for
the
it.
deal. That's a digital deal that we've made together.
That is
So Adam's going with Crosshair meets them again, and then they all go and save the clones.
I think they'll meet him on the clone. I think the Bad Batch will basically they'll come across him again like they did on the last episode, and how Omega said to him that you're like a brother and this, that, and other, and he obviously just turned his head, like cold shouldered her. I think the exact same thing is going to happen. I think the Empire's going to leave him after going against someone or going in another big battle with another clan or whatever, or another species, and then I think he's going to get left behind. They're not going to come and pick him up. I think Clone Force 99 will go on a mission for what's her face, the Trandoshan woman, I forgot her name. And then they'll come in contact with him. They'll not pick him up. He'll then realise that he's done wrong. The Empire will come and get him, take him again for another revised thing for his chip, and then that's it. And I think then he'll feel it won't work, and then he'll be like, everything that I've done is
I
just
think
being for nothing."
me personally think you're way off there, but it could happen.
And then Plan 99.
Mine's right.
Plan 99 is clone troopers being freed.
Mine's right. Yours wrong. Let's just say that. You go back some minutes for mine. I stated all mine earlier on, but instead of blowing something up, they've got to go to this facility to do the Order 99.
Yeah.
Instead of a blow up, let's change it with we've got to press a button. Because if it's not a blow up, it's a good. We need to hack something. So you know, it makes sense. But yeah, Bad Batch was really good this week. I enjoyed it. Can't wait for more. It's got me a bit more excited for what else is to come, because I was starting to fall off with it a little bit, I won't lie. But yeah, so I enjoyed that. Again, that's been a 40. These episodes were supposed to be 20 minutes to half hour long, you know, and this is another one at 45 minutes long. But that's how much we love Star Wars, and the fact that you just can't stop talking about it, you know. This is why we had to do our own side Star Wars show, because on the main one, it's all we're talking about, and it's like we also need to fit in stuff like, you know, the Marvel stuff, the actual movies that come out. Like I'm going to see Scream tomorrow, so I'll be able to talk about that. Obviously there's loads of films coming out, so there's just not enough time to talk about, with how much we love Star Wars, there's just not enough time to talk about Star Wars and the rest of like Last of Us films, games, stuff like that. So it's got to have had its own thing, which I love doing because it's based around Star Wars. Star Wars is my favourite franchise, so, you know, and it's the same with Adam. So to get an episode every week where we just get to sit down and just literally talk nothing but Star Wars is incredible. And I love doing it. So thank you all for listening. Anything you got to say, Adam, on that?
Not really. I mean, just other than, like, say, the amount just that we both love Star Wars. There's not really else to it, to be honest.
So it coming up in the next month, obviously. So we're going to get as much content. We're going to try and do Star Wars and coffee every week, whilst there is a, you know, at the moment, while there's Star Wars, while there's Mando, and while there's Bad Batch running, we will do it every week. But then when these have finished and there's not much Star Wars content out there, we will try and do it, you know, when there's some news or stuff like that. But don't expect them every week when, you know, these are finished, because these are more reviews about Star Wars, about Mando and Bad Batch. Obviously, when they finish, there's no Star Wars content, so we'll try and just do Star Wars and coffee. Then when we've got news to talk about, when there's stuff to talk about, there's no point in doing one when it's literally like, oh, we can't do a 45-minute episode about someone that might be cast as somebody in Rebels. Do you know what I mean? It don't make no sense. So it's like at every couple of weeks then. So at the moment, Star Wars and coffee is every week for the foreseeable future. We are going to try and do. I didn't do it. We were supposed to do a reaction today, so these will be up on the channel as of next week. But I didn't have the overlays made and everything like that. I've been lazy. I've been playing Wild Arts. Sorry. So I didn't have them all made and what have you. So as of next week, we will hopefully be doing the reaction videos and whatnot. I just need to get some stuff figured out for it and how we're going to do it. Other than that, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Everybody subscribed on YouTube, like on Spotify, drop a follow on Spotify. Go over to Twitter at the 501st. Follow us. We post on there daily. Instagram 501st. Adam set one up on there. It's all down below. Don't forget to check out soullive.co.uk if you want some fancy merch. Other than that, I can't think of anything else to say.
No, that's it. I think you covered everything there, bud.
No, but yeah, we will see you on next week's. No, we're back this week with our main podcast, the 501st. Yeah, that's out on Sunday. So yeah, I'll see you next week. This week has been wizard.
It has.